Go. Hey, 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 hey. Good evening and welcome back to Candid Talk. I am Lexee Love.
And Valentina versus Valentino.
How is everyone doing this evening? We are finally back in action yet again.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a while.
Yeah, we've been incognito for different reasons.
Yeah.
She got a new job and we just been busy. My birthday was on the 15th.
Yes, and that explains our drink for the night.
Yes, we have just been doing a lot of other stuff as well. So we decided to go ahead and just knock this one out.
Right.
And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and introduce our lovely drink, my birthday drink.
So it is called Birthday Cake Martini. So pretty much what I used was whipped vodka and amaretto with half and half and white chocolate liqueur. And rimmed it with sprinkles, and there you go.
This is beautiful. And it is delicious. It is delicious. This is beautiful. So anybody who's having a birthday this month, next month, you guys should really try it. Yeah.
With the sprinkles in it.
The sprinkles really make it beautiful. Like I love this. I don't even want to drink it. That's how beautiful it is.
It's good.
You like it? Yeah, I love it. And it's cold, which I love cold drinks. So our topic for our podcast tonight is, what does it mean to be a feminine woman? So this is exciting for me because the last podcast we did was masculine energy. So we're doing feminine energy tonight.
Right. Gotta give a shout out to the ladies.
Of course, to us, to all the women out there who take the time to watch our podcast. And just my daughters. I have 4 daughters and I have a granddaughter. So we got a lot of feminine energy going on. And I'm telling you, sometimes it be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, we just want to explain. We just want to just dig into it and just really learn, about ourselves, and maybe help somebody else learn about who they are. And maybe you can take that information and bounce it off of, your man or your husband, or just really if you're in the dating scene, just really become more feminine so you can attract that healthy masculine man.
Right.
Yeah, so before we get started, we always do pet peeves and any exciting news that happened to you this week that you want to share.
I'm learning a new skill, which I think it's kind of funny because I feel like it kind of coordinates with our topic just as far as feminism goes. But I'm working on cars.
Okay.
Building them.
Look at her. We're not going to tell which car she building. But yeah,
I'm building cars. It's definitely I miss bartending, but I think it's cool just being able, to learn a new skill.
Well, bartending is one of those things where you can be independent with it,
right? Or
you can work at a restaurant. But yeah, I think that life has experiences, whether they're good or bad, but they do build who you are as an individual, I think. Right. So I think it's kind of cool. So I'm assuming they're 2024s that you guys are building. 2024s, meaning that they're coming out next year.
Yeah, the new model, which is their electric cars. So that's the latest model.
Nice. Look at her. She need to give me a discount. Because, I'm one of them kind of people. I get a car for a year and then I'll be ready to trade that joker in.
No, I said, no, I can't. Even because he did say we do get discounts.
No, I'm just saying that I would love to. If I could trade in my car every year, that I'm that type of people.
Why don't you lease your car?
Yeah, I could, but that means that you have to stay under a certain amount of miles as well.
Right, but you're only keeping it for a year.
But I'm just saying, you can use some. It's amazing how many miles you can rack up, especially if you're driving back and forth. To be honest with you, if I lived somewhere and I did not need to own a car and have insurance, I would just Uber all the time. I really would, and would just have friends that had cars. Yeah, because you can do everything online now. Like you can buy groceries, you can have food delivered. Right. You can do everything online and never leave your house unless you're working. Yeah. But yeah, I honestly would do that. If I did not have to own a car and then have to pay car insurance, I wouldn't own a car. Yeah. And it's just one less bill that I have to deal with.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be thinking about that stuff.
Yeah, because car insurance is expensive.
Don't even tell me. You would have thought that me getting older would it go down?
But it's still the same.
It's like, really, you guys are just highway robbing, raping us. Right. This is ridiculous. I'm paying the same insurance bill as I did when I was 20, 22, 23. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It is crazy because you think as you get older, you're like, okay, it's going to go down.
So they say.
But that's a freaking lie. Right. That's a lie. I don't know if I'm using my feminine energy right now, but that's why I'm trying to get comfortable because I know we're going to be getting into this. So other than that you don't have any pet peeves today?
No. I think I've spewed out just about everything that kind of just like bothers me. I mean, nothing irritated me. It's just kind of sucks starting a new job because it's like you got to be that new person all over again. You got to learn something all over again. Yeah, then you know how the new person, everybody's watching you, looking at you, trying to figure you out. Right, are you going to stay? Yeah, it's kind of like, get out of my business. Right. Stay over here. Right. But no, do I have any pet peeves? You know what? I really don't. I think I did when we did it because this is our third time recording. Yeah. It is our third time recording. And we didn't upload just because it wasn't perfect. It wasn't the way we wanted it. Right. But it's going to be better this time. Of course. And we did not do our Instagram live because I didn't want to do the Instagram live. I was just like, I would take a break. Right. I didn't want to do it because we've been on Instagram all week. Right. Pretty much celebrating my birthday. Right. And still, we're literally going to be celebrating birthday all month. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. So yeah, they have some surprises for me. Coming up next weekend, which I'm excited. So I just got to figure out what I'm gonna wear. You guys like what I got on? Yes, I just hate we gotta work this Saturday because I wanted to go out, but we'll go out next Saturday. So the following Saturday? Yeah, out. But we're still gonna go out Sunday. Yes, for lunch, dinner, whatever. But make sure wherever you pick, it's some nice single hunky hunk men. No, I'm gonna go to a club. Because I know you said you wanted to dance. Yeah, I do want to dance. I do. Or you want to stick to a lounge and just take our chances? I don't know. We'll think about it. Yeah, we'll think about it because I really want to dance. I really just want to. I don't want to really. I'm just kidding. I really don't want to meet anybody at a club. I'm just not that. I've never been that person. But it's just fun being able to mingle and talk to different people. Yes, I love talking to people. Right. So yeah, I think that if you decide, just make sure it's grown and sexy. Kind of like, it's not too crazy. Young. Yeah, I don't want too young. I want to go and I want to have fun and I want to dance. I want to do all that. But, the young folks to me are different than they were when I was young because we actually wanted to dance. Y'all just want to stand around and look. No, I mean, I have been to some places where, people actually dance. But okay. I just like to be out there. I actually like just to be out there. I don't have to dance with anybody. I'm just in my own little space, my own little world. Right. That's me. But I'm excited. With that, people actually come up and dance with you. Well, yeah, when you're just doing it, when you're just in your own little... Especially if they see you not with nobody. Yeah, it'll be fun. Wear one of my little sexy little jumpsuits that I got. Yeah. You think I should stand up and turn around and let everybody see my little... Why not? Since my birthday was yesterday, we go ahead. We're gonna do a little something. We still celebrating. Yeah, y'all like my little
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and say that I did get it from Fashion Nova. I'm going to go ahead and just say it because I don't care.
Right.
You know, they have some cute stuff.
Yeah, everybody shops at Fashion Nova.
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, it's cute. It's sexy. It's sexy. That's what I like. That's the feminine energy that we're giving off. And there's nothing wrong with, you don't have to like show everything to be sexy and to be classy. And this is just something different. This is something that's out of my comfort zone.
You think so?
Well, I think that...
Is it because it's a jumpsuit? Or
I think it's because it's a jumpsuit.
Colorful?
It's a jumpsuit. Now, you know I love color. So color is not the thing. It's because it's a jumpsuit. It's kind of see-through.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of out of my comfort. But I want to be sexy. I want to be alluring. I want to be, you know, have a little mystery going on. You know, because I really want that guy to really see that I have all these different things going on with me, and I always keep him interested.
So you don't want to send the wrong message.
I don't want to send the wrong message, but I just want...
You don't want them to feel like you're uptight.
Yeah, uptight and boring.
You can be sexy without being promiscuous, I guess.
Yeah, oh no, I'm definitely not that.
Right.
You know, I'm saving myself for that right person. That I'm definitely doing that, because whoever it is...
So you're being celibate?
Yes, so whoever it is, they gonna feel like they at a carnival all day,
they all day. Be your man.
They gonna be my man. And they gonna be single. I'm gonna be my man.
Stepdaddy.
For who? For you?
Stepdaddy number 2.
Don't be telling all my business. No, I don't care. They already know. If you looked at past podcasts, yes, I've been married before, and that didn't, you know. Hey,
we're not gonna spill all the tea.
No, we never spill all the tea.
Right.
You just have to go back and look at all the other podcasts and put things together.
Right.
That's how you do that.
Yeah.
So. I think
it's just crazy how, thinking about how we, like, this our third time doing it. Mm-hmm. And you can just tell how different it is.
Mm-hmm. My other daughter is back from Africa.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring her on. We're just gonna do one that's a little bit more fun and more, I think, in her personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
she'll actually just be a guest.
Yes. And so I think that'll be better. And it's just because I think everybody has different talents.
Right.
And we work great together.
Yeah.
And I think when we bring in a third party
permanently, it kind of
it throws it off. Now, if it was the 3 of us in the beginning, it probably been different.
Right.
But but since it was just coming on, it was just kind of like, where do I fit? What do I do? You know, that kind of thing. And, you know, we're always popping all the time, or we try to pop.
Yeah.
And, you know, so yeah. So you ready? You ready for the what does it mean to have or to be a feminine woman? And a lot of the information that I got, obviously I did a little research on it. And then a lot of it is going to be opinionated. A lot of it should be experienced.
Right.
And so that's how I look at it, any podcast. Any podcast a lot of times is just opinion or people's experience or how they feel about things or what they think about things. So I don't think everyone should just take this as law. They should take it as how it's presented, and then you use it to your advantage.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have to do your trivia before we get started.
Okay.
Because I love your trivia, just to, you know, let people learn a little bit about us. So what makes you smile?
Jillian.
Oh, you did say that the last time. I don't even remember what I said. Shoot, what makes me smile? Money.
I don't remember either. Yeah, that's
money.
what it was.
Money. Money. Now, and you know what? And it's not in a surface way.
Right.
I'm just the type of person that I want to be able to take care of myself.
Right.
So that's like the big thing. Not saying that I don't want a man to take care of me. I'm saying that if he act up, then I can still take care of myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that I think men need to understand that when a woman says, I got my own bag, my own clothes, my own cash, my own car, my own house. It's not that they don't want you to take care of them.
It's just if they have to, they don't need you.
Yeah, if you act up,
right, and
you gotta be dismissed, she can still
take care of herself.
So yeah, this is something I think men don't understand about women. They all just think, oh, she thinks she this and that. No, I've already learned that I have to take care of myself because a man can switch up at any time.
Right.
Or if he, just acting weird and no, I'm not going to be set up. I'm going to have my own cash. That's how I look at it.
Right.
So what is your favorite season?
Winter.
Winter. Of course, you're a winter baby. You are a winter baby.
Yeah, January.
You're not fall. Yeah. You are a winter baby.
Right.
Of course, me is summer.
Yeah.
I love the summer. Well, summer baby. Something you could eat every day.
Sushi.
Okay. Me, of course, udon noodles.
Right.
I think I did that for a whole year. I would make udon noodles and I put different protein in it or just vegetables. I love udon noodles. I could eat every day. What is one of your biggest fears?
Not being myself.
Oh, that's really good. Because I'm just saying, because you're always yourself. Like, I be like, dang, what's going on? I mean, you just, right. But I think that is our relationship. That's why this works, because we can be ourselves completely.
Right. Yeah.
And I take the good with the bad and the bad with the good. And we get over it. It's kind of like we can go back and forth and be upset with each other. And then next moment you're like, okay, so are we going such and such? Are we doing this?
Right.
That's our relationship.
Yeah.
Because I feel like anytime that you're in a relationship, you should be able to be honest and upfront, even if it's not friendly.
Yeah.
Or you don't like something I do, and you'd be like, Mom, blah, 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 blah. Or I'd be like, Valentina, blah, blah, blah. And then you'd be like, you may have an attitude at that time, but then you probably think about it later. Oh, yeah, she's kind of right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of relationship that we have. So, yeah, my biggest fears, I did say heights, but my biggest fear is being in a relationship with someone and it not be the right person.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to make that same mistake again. I want whoever I end up with, they're my forever man. They're going to see me. They're going to put me in the grave, or I'm going to put them in the grave. That's where I'm at in my mentality right now.
Y'all going to die together.
Well, yeah, meaning that either or is going to die. We're not doing the separation. We're not doing the divorce. So whoever I end up with is going to be my forever man.
So you sticking it out.
Yeah, I'm sticking it out. So that means that it has to be, that's what I said. That's one of my biggest fears, not finding or
dying
not being.
Alone.
No, not finding that person. Because I have guys that want to be in a relationship with me, like serious relationship, but they don't give me that spark and that fire.
And that's important.
And that's important to me because I feel like if you don't have that, when you guys get angry or mad, then, it's kind of like, why am I with this person? But whatever. I mean, you may even say that when you have that spark and fire, but something about that person that keeps you holding on. I want that person where even when we get angry or mad at each other, I still want to be with that person.
Right.
So yeah, that's my biggest fear, is not finding that right guy for me. So, how many states have you lived in? I know this one was one of the hardest ones because...
For you?
Because you had to think about it.
What did I say? I think I said, I'm going to say 4.
Yeah. We're not going to say because, I don't want everybody to know where we lived at. But let's see. Let's see. I would say, man, not very many. Now that I think about it.
You talking about you?
Yeah. Because I'm counting.
Your whole life?
Yeah. I will say 6 states and 1 foreign country.
That's still a lot.
Yeah, that's still a lot.
For most people, I feel like.
Yeah, because some people just lived in one state their whole entire life. That's not me. I'm a military brat, and I've always moved, and I love moving, and I still love it, and I think I'm just a natural nomad.
Yeah, and it's about to be another state.
Yeah, for you especially, and then never know when, I may follow.
Yeah, hopefully.
Depending on, my career or whatever, because, I can say that I did sign a contract.
I mean, I feel like you can have a career out there too.
Yeah, I can.
And you'll be closer to California.
Yeah, I know. I know, I can, but you have to remember that state of Georgia is non-union, so you don't have to be in the union, so that makes it easier for you to get involved. But
so you already looked at
stuff
out there.
Oh yeah, of course you have to be in the union. You don't necessarily have to be in the union, but it's easier. It's harder to get. I think you get more opportunity here in Georgia for non-union.
Yeah, but you can still go back and forth, right?
Yeah, I know, but everything depends on everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so I mean, well, how I wrote this, or came up with the idea.
Did you change this?
No, I didn't change it. It's the same thing, but how I wrote it, because I always feel like anytime that I write,
you got like some lipstick, like right
where
at the top. I'll get it. It's just been bothering me. Okay, perfect.
When I wrote this and did a lot of research on it, I used Brian McKnight because I feel like Brian McKnight music is very feminine bass.
Yeah.
He's singing to women.
Yeah.
Very
definitely.
feminine women.
Right.
That's who he's singing to. And so of course I love Brian McKnight. But first, we do both, as women do have both, and men as well have both feminine energy and masculine energy as well. And I believe that when you meet a healthy masculine man, your feminine energy automatically is attracted to it, and you become exactly that. So it matches, and it is equally. It's equal when you are feminine. But when a woman is in her masculine energy, I think that's where the clashes come.
Yeah.
And I meet men all the time, and they don't make me want to show my feminine energy. I be masculine all the way.
Right. Because
they don't give me that reason to be feminine.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how you feel about that. If you met anybody, just want not you wanting to talk to them, but them wanting to talk to you, and you're just like
just being around just men in general, and it's just like, yeah.
Your masculine energy is on full force.
You're right. Not even interested in the slightest. Because it's just like me. Like now, I literally just look at everything. Like
just from learning and doing this podcast, just you learn. You're like in the back of your head, you're like, whatever.
Everything turns me off. Like everything turns me off about guys.
Well, you know what? I'll give you a small little, and maybe that is my pet peeve. I know we talked about pet peeves, but we did not talk about pet peeves. But what I'm finding is that guys are asking me to call them. Instead,
like recently?
Yes. Instead of them calling me saying, hey, they have a conversation with me, and then they're like, oh, can we talk to each other on the phone? Yeah, sure. Well, here's my number. Call me. What? When did it change? I need to know when it changed, because that doesn't even make sense to me. I told this one guy had texted me, or not text me, but he sent me, because I am on a dating app.
Right.
And he sent me a thing, and he was like, oh, I'm still waiting for you to call.
Seriously?
I didn't even respond.
Are these your peers?
These are people in my age group.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, it's like night and day with you and I, as far as just like guys, because it's just like normally when a guy is like interested in me, or I get somebody in my number, it's like they call me right away, text me right away. It's like they're not waiting around for me. Because if you wait around for me, you probably not gonna hear nothing.
See, and that's it. And when he said that, I'm waiting. I'm saying to myself, you just keep on waiting then.
Right, because obviously,
I don't know. Maybe I come off as being very demanding. I don't know.
That's just weird. But no, like,
I mean, not all of them.
It should probably be a thank you next type situation.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. And it's just like this one guy told him.
So they'll reach out to you through the app, but they will not text you or call you if they say, I'm waiting for you to call me.
Well, yeah. Then what they'll do is that they'll be like, oh, I don't want to, can we exchange numbers? And they'll give me their number thinking that they want my number. And then they'll give me their number and be like, oh, well, give me a call. I'm not calling you because you're already telling me that I'm going to bring my masculine energy. That means that I'm going to run over you. And that means that I'm going to be in control of the relationship.
Right. You kind of already know what's going to happen.
Because you've already told me I'm the boss.
Right.
That's what you're telling me. I need y'all to understand when you want to talk
and
to a female
for your number.
Half the time, sometimes they do, or sometimes they don't. They'll say, "Oh, I want to talk. Let's talk off of the app." Okay. Right. They give me their number. They don't ask for my number. They'll give me their number and say, "I look forward to hearing from you." No, you're not going to hear from me. I already in my mind because I already know I can run over you.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Or I'm already not interested. You've made me not interested in you because then I'm thinking you're weak.
Right.
And some men will say, well, women don't respond or this, and some excuse. And I'm just like,
just be a man. Like,
that's what you're supposed to do. So that means that every job that you go to and that you don't get hired for, you're going to stop looking for a job?
Right. You got an excuse?
Well, they're not hiring me at that job. So what does that mean? You're going to keep looking, right?
Right, exactly.
Until you get a job. Well, the same way with the female. You just keep trying until that particular female is wants to talk to you. I feel like this. If a woman gives you her phone number, she is somewhat interested in you, or she may be even interested in you.
Right.
You have to take that chance. You have to be able to deal with that.
Right.
Rejection. I think men are built better for rejection than women are. We're not built for rejection as much as men. And I'm saying that from opinion.
Yeah.
Because men, to me, have to be strong because they are the ones out there.
Yeah.
Women, we are receivers.
Right.
Men they put it out.
Yeah.
So what, and I think men don't understand. Whatever you give a woman, and she's receiving that energy or that personality that you're giving her, she's gonna project it back to you because that's what you're giving her. She's receiving that.
Yeah.
I don't think some men, I've talked to men, and they're just, and I think they're weak men too because they have every excuse in the world of why women are this or women are that. I even have a black guy that was on my Facebook that I never talked to, but he had posted something weird. And I thought it was funny because, I'm kind of, I find everything kind of funny a lot of times, even when it's serious. And I said, that sounds like some, what did I say? I said, that sounds like some Brokeback Mountain scenario.
Guys told you what?
Because he had made a post.
Somebody that you was talking to?
No. This is somebody that's on my Facebook. Yeah. One of my little, social media friends.
Right.
And he was posting about women, that men should not talk to women or men should not chase women. Something to that effect. That men should not chase women.
Right.
And then I read it, but it was something more to it. I just don't remember exactly.
He wrote this or he posted this?
He posted it on his page, and you see it. And I was like, what? I'm about to mess with this guy. I feel like playing.
This is somebody you don't know. Y'all
we're just friends on social media.
Okay.
I don't know him personally. And because he writes the craziest stuff. And sometimes I just scroll up. But I was in a mood of being kind of just, how sometimes you just want to play.
Right.
And so I was like, that sounds like some broke back scenario. That sounds like a broke back scenario. And then he's going to type back, oh, you need to read my original post, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't want to read your original post. I'm commenting on this post that you put on.
Right.
And he went back and forth and sent me a video. And at first I was going to watch it. It's like, what? I feel like.
Video about what?
About why 80% of why men don't call women. Or something he sent. So I was like, I feel like playing around. So I'll play his little funky game.
Right.
So I watched it for a little while. And all it did was degrade black women. This is a black male now. Degrade black women.
So you did watch it?
I watched it for about 5 minutes. And I'm just like, I'm not going to keep watching this because this is degrading black women. Because all black women are not like that. Just like all women, period, are not like that. Was it black, white, green, or yellow?
So, who made the video?
I don't know. It was a YouTube video.
So there was a black guy on there?
I don't know who, I didn't watch it all the way to know who, I didn't watch it all the way.
So it was just a voice. With
with scenarios of whatever.
But it was about black women.
It was about black women. And then he sends me a DM while he's texting me on his comments.
Right.
And he goes, well, I don't deal with black women anyway. This is a black man. I don't deal with black women anyway.
What?
And of course, you know me, I never pay attention to people's pictures or their things or whatever. So I actually went to his page to look. And I'm like, they can have you.
So is he married?
No, he's not married. He's single. But as far as the way he looks, and he said that he don't deal with black women. He don't date black women. And when I saw his picture, I was like, they can have you. Like, boo, nobody cares. Because he wasn't cute at all. Like, you're not hurting. He was fat. But you're not hurting anybody's feelings. Because I was just like, I don't care that you don't date black women. I don't care, to be honest with you, because I would not date you anyway.
Right. It's not a loss.
Yeah, that's how I felt. It was like not a loss, but I felt like playing. How sometimes I just like being funny sometimes with people, and I was laughing the whole time, and he was taking me dead serious, and I was just like, this dude is crazy, and he types the weirdest stuff. But yeah, basically, I told him, I said, well, what you need to do is you need to figure out what's wrong with you first before you can decide what's wrong with other people.
Right, exactly.
And, he just kept going on and on. I said, yeah, he's got some issues that he needs to contend with. And I said, maybe you need to stay in your league of women. Maybe the women that you like are not in your league. You know how these men like these, Instagram models and all this, and they all about the dollars. They ain't gonna even look at you if you work on a 9 to 5. They ain't wasting their time.
Right.
So, and those may be the type of women that he tries to, like or whatever. And it's like, no, you gotta stay in your league. You gotta look at other women that look like you.
Right, exactly. Especially if he's wanting somebody that's not the same race as him. But yeah, I literally when I was doing the bartending thing, there was these two white girls, real sweet or whatever, just real comfortable. You could tell they were drunk or whatever. But they were big white girls, and they had two black guys. They were, I don't know if they were married, but they definitely had kids with them. And I'm just like, it was nothing cute about them. They were just fat white girls, and I'm just like,
maybe they took care of. When I went to Vegas. And we were walking on the strip.
They were decently looking black guys. They weren't ugly or nothing. I'm just like,
that's what I'm telling you.
Okay,
let me tell you. When I was in Vegas, there was, and I'm not discriminating against anybody. I just noticed because that's the reality we live in.
You're right. It just makes you think
this. It was just nice looking black men. Nice. They were young. They probably was in their late 30s, maybe early 40s. They was with these old white women. And guess why? Because old white women got money. They got money. And this black man, he was driving, they were driving, we were walking down the strip, and he was driving this real nice, I don't even know if it was electric Mustang, but it was one of the real nice ones. And he was driving it.
And she was in the passenger
seat. She was in the passenger seat. And I looked, she was old as heck. She was old. I don't know how old she was, but she was old. And he said, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I was like, I know what time it is. She taking care of you.
Right.
And that's the price that you're paying. You're paying for that money that she is supplying you.
Or she could have been married to a white guy, and maybe they were paying him to have,
You have relations?
Right.
But then I saw another one. There was a few young black men with older. We're not talking older few years. We're talking about that could be your mama older. Wow. And I think it's because they have the money. They want them older women they want the P now. and they gonna pay for it because they got the money to do it. I'm not saying I mean that I can think whatever I want to think because I don't know.
That's probably what it is, because there's been a couple of times when I was working out downtown, and you know, of course they have male bartenders, especially with Jamal that we had on our podcast. There was plenty of white women that would try to talk to him.
Really?
And offered to buy him drinks and do this and do that. Just because they liked the way he looked.
Yeah. And I think your sister had said that as well, that
it's like that a lot of times because they like the way they look.
Well,
and it's older white women.
When she was in Nigeria, one of her fiance's friends was coming to America because the white woman is going to take care of him.
Seriously?
Yeah, and he is young. I think she said he's probably like between 34 and 36. And she goes, I think she's older than you, Mom. And she doesn't want him to work. She doesn't want him to do anything.
So they met online?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, she paid for everything for him to come here to America so they can get married. And she's going to take care of him.
Wow.
So we got that to compete with as well.
To me, it's just like, it's a turn off, because it's like, I wouldn't want a guy like that that's just like, oh yeah, well, I'm okay with a woman taking care of me, or I specifically want a woman that's got a lot of money, so I don't have to do anything. She can do everything. Well, maybe so I'm okay with that, because I don't want them anyway.
Yeah, that too. But then maybe the reason why the women are doing it is because nobody wants to be with them. So
because they just can. Maybe they feel like they can.
Well, yeah, that too. Well, we ain't gonna get into the history of America when it comes to that.
But I just feel like
they can just because they want to.
Unfortunately, most people are all about the green.
Well, you know what? They was all about the green during the Holocaust of black African slaves, and you see where that got us.
And they're probably not thinking anything about it. They're probably thinking, oh, I'm about to use her and do this and do that, and I'm just gonna have my thing on the side. And
no, it don't work that way. Not with women. I don't care what color you are. Women are, when a woman is doing something for you, you gotta that's a whole different breed of woman. And she find out that you got something on the side and she taking care of you. Oh, please.
By choice, though.
I'm telling you, you know how women are. We're already emotional creatures.
I've never been that kind of woman.
We're still emotional. We're still emotional. Whether she's paying for everything, there's still a love. She still loves this person because she's giving him stuff that she probably wouldn't just do for anybody.
Right.
And then if he got some side piece and she finds out about it, oh, he might as well hang that up. He might as well go ahead and go back to wherever he came from, or go back to his mama's house or whatever. Because that it's not gonna end well. I mean, just from no, it's not, because we already know how women are. When it comes to a man and they are in love with that man, no, it doesn't work very well. Our feminine energy becomes enraged.
Unless she's like,
yeah, this is good,
a polygamist or somebody that's like,
and most
you just never know.
And most of the time, women that are polygamous is because the man, she's following the man who's the polygamist. I don't think women are naturally polygamist. I don't think women are naturally polygamous. I think that's my opinion, weaker women are polygamous. They go along with it. With it because they want that man so bad. They go ahead and do whatever.
Because I
ain't a polygamist. I'm not sharing nothing. And I don't
want to be with nobody else. Like, if I'm with you, then I'm with you. Like,
and I
don't need to be with nobody
I don't need to be setting no date. Talking about, well, I'm gonna be with Susie Q on Tuesday and Thursday, and then I'm gonna be with you on Monday and Friday. No. It's not happening, because then I feel like I'm single.
Yeah, it's so funny since we're on that subject. Everybody's when I worked downtown, everybody was like about this one couple that came into the bar, and I'm really friendly with them, and they really taking a liking to me. They're married or whatever. Older couple, probably 20 years my age, but everybody's like, yeah, they're swingers. And they come in all the time, and they live like a couple hours away from, downtown Atlanta. And they're always trying to get me. They're like, oh, yeah, you should come visit, bring your daughter, and this, that, and the third. And everybody's like, yeah, they like you. They trying to get you.
They trying to. That's what they do. Cooking you up.
But they always come in there with different people. And they're
See,
like,
my
yeah,
thing.
and you should come to our hotel. We doing this, we doing that.
See,
and I'm just like, well.
See, my thing is that for swingers, the woman, they're not called swingers because swingers change partners. There's a different name for them who want the couple wants to participate. They both together
are obsessed with me.
That's what I'm saying. That there's a name for that. They're not swingers because swingers go with other you swing with that husband, the husband swings with that wife. So they're separated.
Yeah, I think that's something they do.
There's a different name for it, and I think we talked about it, and it's on the top of my head, and I can't even think what it is. There's a name for it. But where they are a couple together with one person, then that means that you have to swap spit with another female. You're swapping spit with her as well. Not just him, but you're swapping spit with her as well because they are together with you. So that means you're having relations with her and relations with him at the exact same time. So yeah, see, I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that. I'm just not. I'm just
cool, but I've had numerous situations with that, and it's just kind of like I'm good. Like
I just can't. I love. You know what? I like I said. I peace to whomever does whatever they do.
Like you said, you didn't. I feel like everybody has had their experience.
I personally am just not. I'm not swapping spit with another female. Not because I have anything against anything. I feel like we got the same spit, so it's gonna be weird. That's like me kissing my cousin or kissing my brother. That's how I feel. That's how it would feel to me kissing another female.
So you're more worried about being with the same sex versus being with different people.
Yeah, if we're going to talk about it in that aspect, if I had to make a choice, this or that, I would feel like me kissing another female would be like me kissing my brother. No, I would feel like it's the same saliva, the same DNA. It would feel that way to me.
No, I'm just not about to be nobody pet, nobody toy.
Yeah, I mean, some people are like that, and a lot of times they pay, and like people do it.
That's not a fantasy of mine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that. If I'm gonna have something like that where somebody else is gonna be involved, it's gonna just be because I just kind of feel like doing it or whatever the case may be. It's not gonna be like, this is my thing, like this is what I do, or this is what me and my guy do. Like, heck no.
Some people do that. Like I said, I've had numerous people who've asked me, to be involved with that. They sent the husband and wife. They sent their picture and be like, we would like you to have a relationship with you. What I look like?
You're right.
I don't know. That's not gonna happen because, like I said, I always said that somebody ends up liking somebody more than the other person.
Right, and this becomes an issue.
And it becomes issues because we naturally, I don't care what nobody says, we naturally are selfish when it comes to relationships. Right. If you are with that person, you don't want to share, especially if they good.
Right.
And you like what they're giving you because people give off different energy.
Exactly.
Some people give off better energy to somebody else than others.
Right. And it's just like, if you don't want to be in a committed relationship, then don't be in a committed relationship. Just
and be honest about it.
Date and just deal with whoever you want to. But at least you're not committed to anybody.
Yeah. I mean,
because I feel like when you find that person, then the feeling, it's mutual. Like, it's the same. Like
I think it gets boring. I get bored. I get bored with multiple relationships or multiple dating partners.
Right.
I get bored. I want to get to know that one person, especially
because it's the same thing over and over again.
It's like the Groundhog Day movie.
Right.
It's the same thing, different. It's the same thing with different scenarios, but it's the same thing.
Right.
When I get to know, if I connect with somebody and I really connect with them, I want to start knowing who they are. I want to start because I can change up with you.
Right.
I can do different exciting things with you.
Right.
I don't want to be with the person I got to learn all over again and learn about what they like, the same boring ass questions.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
So I want a person that I can grow with and be exciting because I'm always going to be amusement park. We always going to have fun.
Yeah.
You're going to get tired of me from having fun. Be like, dang, can you ever stop having fun?
Right. We just went out yesterday. You want to go out again?
Well, not even that. Just be doing just crazy stuff. Right. You know, my personality. Just sometimes just being at home and having fun like we do. You know, we always have fun. I mean, this whole weekend, we have fun. We just did different things. And to me, sometimes life is like that. It's not always about spending a bunch of money.
Right.
It's just about being around the people that you can have fun with and be yourself.
Right.
To me, that's more exciting than anything. So we just started talking about just a little bit of everything, and we have not even started the topic of the podcast. So, you know, like I said, it's just basically just throwing stuff out there and you just responding to it. That's how we do it. How you begin to embrace your feminine energy. So I'm just going to say the six things that I wrote, and then we can talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
So how you begin to embrace your feminine energy. It should not have to clash with masculine energy. We did say that. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Be open to receiving. Express yourself through creative means. Embrace your sexuality and proud to be a woman.
Okay, I agree.
So yeah. So I mean, I know we did talk a little bit about, you know, the clashing when you don't bring your feminine energy a lot of times with a man. If you do clash, you do. And I find myself doing that. When I'm not interested in the man at all, my masculine energy is on 1,000%.
Right. And I feel like that's how you know. Like you said, when you let your walls down, when you just completely like a damsel in distress almost. Like come and take me away. Like I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of and me watching a lot of podcasts, content creators that talk about feminine energy. They're men talking about that. I did that.
Okay, and I tell y'all, but have the guy ever told you, because a lot of people say I'm mean. Like I say, I'm mean.
You're mean?
They tell me that I'm mean.
You're not
that's
mean.
That's my masculine energy coming out. But, because it's just like, to me, sometimes dealing with guys is almost like going to a club every night. Like you've been to one club, you've been to them all. Like it's no difference. Like you
different people,
something different.
Same stuff, different people.
Exactly. And they're like, oh, you must have been with some bad guys or whatever. And it's just like, no, that's not always necessarily the case. It's just that I am mature in stuff like this, like how we talk about different things like this, which I think is important because it's something that is important to people to have. So the more experience you have, you know, the different people that you deal with, you just start to notice different
and you know how to cut people off right away.
Right, and that's pretty much what
wasting time. You don't have to waste time.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not angry. It's just I'm not interested. This is my way of showing you that I'm just not interested. But anyways.
Yeah, it's the same ball game. I already played that ball game.
And I hate that our people like, why don't you smile? Like, I do smile, but I'm not about to walk around
like this. Like, so then somebody think you crazy when you walk around like this.
Great. I'm like, that's not, like, people don't do that.
No, they don't.
I'll smile at you when I'm actually interacting with you. If I'm telling you have a good day or whatever the case may be, but I'm not
you're interested.
Smile the whole entire time, especially when I'm working. It's like I'm working or something.
These are people that work.
That I have rest in
B face.
Right. And it's just kind of like,
why? First of all, why are you in my mouth? Like, what are you doing?
Like
why are you looking at me? You stalker? What is wrong with you? Because that'd be why are you looking at me?
Yeah, like there was this guy with the new job that I'm at now. He was like, yeah, you have recipe face. And I was just like, he didn't say it that way. He said it differently. But I was just like,
First of all, I'm working.
And people, like, especially guys, I never hear that from females. It's always guys.
Because
like,
they're watching you.
Why don't you smile? Like, smile. And it's just like, for what? Like,
I'm at work.
I don't need to smile. I don't have nothing to smile about. It doesn't mean that I'm mad. I'm not angry.
You ain't smiling? You at work, right?
It's like I'm working. I'm focused. Like I'm trying to learn this job. I'm not just walking around smiling.
I know, like you at the club or something trying to meet somebody.
Right.
We at work.
Exactly.
See, that's why I said guys do not understand. They don't understand. Like, they don't understand. There's a time and a place.
Because people was like, if you actually knew me, then you would be like, okay, well, Valentina is an awesome person. She's cool. She's down to earth. She's this, she's that. But when I'm at work, I'm working. I'm trying to learn something. I'm doing my job. No, I'm not going to be smiling unless I'm interacting with you. There's no reason for me to smile.
But that's a difference. Guys don't understand. It's not what. This is
Obviously, you're not
meet and greet.
So
this is not a meet and greet place.
Right.
What the heck? We are at work.
And the environment is not really anything to smile about.
Relationship friendly. It's not that.
Right. It's supposed to drills and yelling and screaming, all kind of stuff.
Trying to hear, yeah. Trying to make sure you get whatever you need to get before it keeps moving down the conveyor belt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get that, but I get that a lot, and I'm just like, oh my
God. my what I do for my job is I come in contact with people on a very, very fast pace.
Right.
Do what I need to do, and then I'm gone.
Right.
But then the people that I do come in contact with, that I do talk to, is because I see them every day.
Right.
But they ain't trying to holler at me. They're not trying to talk to me. I smile at them because we are the time.
Right. Y'all see each other. So it's just kind of like, why not?
You know? The time is past. I may be around them for like 5-10 minutes.
Right.
And then but I see them all the time. So I'm building a rapport, but they ain't trying to like, oh, I'm trying to get your number or no, it's just being friendly.
Right, exactly.
And to be honest with you, people don't realize that I am more friendly with females than I am with males. Yes, I am. Because I find that we have a disconnect in this country with black women.
Right.
That
you never want to give off, oh, I'm hating on you, or I'm this.
I get that.
Yeah,
but I
definitely
make it a point to say good morning. Make it a point to say if their hair is nice and whatever. Oh, exactly. I make it a point because I feel like I'm the older one. Right. That I should be letting you know it's okay. Everybody's created different. You're beautiful in your own way.
Right.
And I ain't trying to take your little man.
Right.
Because I don't want him, because I feel should be a form of respect amongst, and I'm saying all women, but definitely with our black women, because I am a black female.
Right.
I'm going to show a little bit more courtesy to another black female.
Right. Because you're a woman and you're for women.
Yes. You
don't want nobody doing that to you. So it's like, I'm not about to do it because I'm just not that type of person. But it's so funny because Sierra was telling me the other day, she's like, a guy was training her or whatever. And she's like, somebody had came up to her female and was like, don't talk to my man or whatever. Something like that. Something along those lines. And she was just like, yeah, he talks to everybody. And Sierra was just looking at her like, I don't want your man. Like, he's just training me.
Yeah, why would you? Yeah, that's an insecurity. She's insecure. Because first of all, if he is part of it on the training,
that's what I hate that too. That's another thing about working at jobs. Everybody's so concerned about who's talking to you or who you're talking to, and it's just like, who cares? Like,
you know what? See, but that's a different breed, because I'm one of the people. I can remember when Martin Lawrence did stand up and he was talking about the person that they were in the movie theater and everybody's talking, and that person that gets up and walks to go tell the usher that they won't be quiet. That's me, because I wish somebody would tell me I'm not talking to my man. Oh, really? let me go ahead to HR and say, you know what? I'm being harassed by this girl because that's her man, but he's training me and she's telling me not to talk to him.
Right.
I see that there's a problem. Oh yeah, I'm not playing that game with you because I don't want your man.
Right.
You have the insecurity. Talk to him about that. Right. Matter of fact, talk to your boss about that he can't be training nobody.
Right.
Because they're female. Go ahead and do that.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, don't come at me with the smoke.
Right. Yeah.
Cause see, I smoke back.
Yeah.
I cannot stand. That's the one thing I cannot stand. An insecure female. Like, be secure. If he is about you,
right,
then you have nothing to worry about.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad, and I'm sure Sierra wanted to say some few more things to her. Right. But I know I've taught Sierra to be very professional.
Right.
But I know that Sierra can bring the smoke when she want to bring it.
Right.
But she was probably like this heifer.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my God.
Like, really?
Like, we're not even going to be here that long. Like, y'all doing too much.
Y'all doing way too much.
Y'all trying to get to know somebody and stuff.
They jealous. But the thing of it is that the female
insecurity there.
The female thought that Sierra was pretty. That's the problem.
That she was gonna take him, and it's just like obviously he wasn't yours to begin with, and then you said it all the time. If a man can be taken, or if your friend can be taken, or whatever the case may be, then they was never yours.
Yeah, but I feel like if a man is in a position of training other people,
right,
then he has to train them.
Exactly.
And he's not gonna do no more than the woman is gonna allow him to do anyway.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah. I'm glad my baby was like.
The girl probably ugly.
She probably more than ugly. She probably put it. She probably. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm just like, dang, like
we're not gonna do that. But
3 days and y'all already doing
But
that?
you know what? That's the where we live at. These people have never left this county.
No, because
they never left this county.
Countrified.
They never left this county, and I'm just like, y'all need to live the city life just a little bit to get a little bit to know. I lived the city. I lived in DC, and I already know how it was in DC.
Right.
And I had a very nonchalant attitude about a lot of things.
I'm not gonna walk around smiling, like I'm just not, because to me it eliminates.
Oh yeah, the people that are weak. The weak people ain't gonna come and talk to you.
Right. If you're gonna sit here and tell me, oh, why you look mad or
you
this,
weak.
that. Exactly. I don't even want to deal with you.
No, you weak. Because anybody who be like, they can see past that. I know why she's not smiling. First of all, but she's working at a job. She ain't trying to meet nobody. Right. She looks nice, so maybe at break or something, I'll speak to her. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. That's the type of person that has potential that you might get to want to know. Right,
but it's like, don't just base it off because I'm working.
Yeah, because that's stupid. That means you're weak. You're weak-minded.
Exactly.
And there's definitely a lot of weak-minded men. Right. So you can't even be feminine around men because a lot of them are weak.
Right, or they're like, oh, I wasn't even going to say nothing to you.
I wasn't expecting you to because first of all, I ain't coming here to see yo, but anyway.
Right, that's okay, but because you ain't my type.
Nope, you ain't my type. Keep moving.
Right. A lot of these folks in here, country and
never left this county.
Big and all kind of stuff. And I'm just
talking about, can I get you some food? No, because you like to eat and I'm not trying to do all that.
Right.
Keeping me, locking me up.
No, right.
Go get them other little country women that you used to dealing with.
Right.
Cause I run game on you.
Right, the country fried chicken.
Yeah, this is second. I had this one guy that he's young and he's been trying to get with me for the last 2 years.
Not the 18-year-old.
No. I just met him. This guy is, I think he's 34. Okay. 34. Talking about I got this and now he's from here. I got this and I got that and I'll take care of you and this and that. No, not going to happen. But then he turns around and he tells me, he said, yeah, females take advantage of me. Why? Because you tell them all your business. You show them all your cards.
Right.
Why are you doing that? Like he told me this one girl that he was like, well, I started dating this one girl and, she tried to take me for my money. That's because you telling her about your money. Stop telling girls about your money.
So what did you tell him?
I told him I was too old for you.
Oh, he's too young.
He's too young. I said, ain't nothing I can do for you, and you can't do nothing for me. Yeah, you could take care of me, but that's not what I want. I want somebody that's equal. No, equal to my age. There's a difference.
I thought you said you like younger men.
34?
It's too young.
That's way too young. That's way too young. Ain't nothing I can do for him. But if I was in a one night stands, that's it.
Right.
There's nothing I could do. There could never be no. To me, I have nothing in common with him. We can't have the same conversation. We didn't live the same decade. We didn't experience the same things. But he always tell me, well, I had an older mama, so what that mean? I ain't trying to be your mama.
All right.
Like, for real, I'm not.
So what you saying is
I can't. There's nothing I can do. I'm not being your mother because I would rule over him. That's boring to me.
You're right.
Because I would get, even though I said that, dominatrix is something that I've always wanted to experience, I still want to be with a forever man that is dominant.
Right.
Because my personality is dominant. I'm a very dominant female.
Right.
So I need to be with a man who's dominant in nature.
Right.
And he was not, and he was just not my type anyway. Now, if he was drop dead gorgeous and all that, I may have considered it, but he wasn't even.
Right.
He was cornbread and cornbread and smothered pork chops. Not my type.
He was chunky.
I just call it cornbread and smothered pork chops.
Okay, let's move on. No. You would never.
That's how I would start describing the country men. Cornbread and smothered pork chops.
For real. Because don't even, honey. I don't know what it is. 'Cause I keep attracting the big boys. It's just like, baby, I ain't interested.
Yep. Move on. Nope. You ain't feed me.
Right.
Every time I see guys on the app, and
they got a bunch of food. You want to eat?
They got a bunch of food.
I just ate.
They got a bunch of food pictures. Nope. X. You like to eat. I don't got time because you ain't making me fat.
Man, you need to eat something. You too skinny.
Yeah, I've had a guy tell me that. And I'm like, I don't know what you're looking at, but I still need to lose about 15, 20 pounds.
Exactly.
Y'all don't understand. The skinnier you are, the better you look on camera.
Right.
That is the industry that I am in.
Right.
So how do you show love in a feminine way? Take care of your appearance.
Okay.
Slow down and be present.
Okay.
Become a better listener.
Okay.
Don't chase him. Lean back and delegate more responsibilities to him. Work on your feminine embodiment. Stop mothering him.
Okay, I agree.
And that's how I feel like I can't show my feminine energy if I have to mother a man.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't want to mother you.
Right. Because it's like you're not doing your job.
If I got to mother you.
Right. Because, baby, you supposed to be way past that.
Mm-hmm. You are showing me weak masculinity.
Right.
That's how I look at it. If I got to mother you, if I got to tell you what to do, I got to tell you to get up. If I got to have set an alarm for you, I got to, to me, now we'll take it back because I know mothers like make, when their children were younger, if they didn't eat lunch at school, they make their lunch. But for me, it's different.
It's the difference between catering to your man and pretty much being his mom.
Yes.
Big difference.
Yes. And I don't mind, like I said, I don't mind if I'm with a man and he's going to work or whatever. Of course I want to make his food because I want to make sure he's eating healthy.
Right.
But but he knows that, and he knows to. Okay, well, I know
it's not like, oh, well, she doesn't do it, then I'm just not gonna. I guess I'm not eating it today. Type.
Yes, that to me, that's mothering. It's just because I'm showing him love. That's my way of another love language.
Right.
That I want you to eat healthy because I want you to be around for a long period of time.
Right.
And I want you to try new things because a lot of times men don't like to try new things. They'll eat the same thing from day in, day out, same thing every single day. Oh, baby, I got a new thing. And then you may tell them and they be like, I don't like that. But then you put in their lunch.
They'll eat it.
That's
what women do. We cook and then you make your man's plate.
Yes.
You're always going to do that. That's just your role.
Yes. And the thing,
you're not going to mind doing it.
Especially if he is very healthy in his masculinity.
Right. Exactly.
Because he's going to do other things that are going to make you want to do that.
Right. And
so that is something that I'm looking for.
Right.
I want to be able to, and I know that we did. D. Trail had used that word, serving. Mm-hmm. I want to be with a man that I can serve in a positive aspect, not as a servant, serving him because I am so in love with this man.
Right.
That I want to make him, every time he come home, he's smiling.
Right. Y'all take care of each other.
He ain't worrying about looking at this Instagram model woman or
he got at home.
Or the woman at work walking around with her butt out, hanging out.
Right.
He be like, no, I got all that at home.
Right.
And more.
Exactly.
And she taking care of me.
Exactly.
The way a feminine woman would take care of a masculine man.
Right.
So yeah. So, and then take care of appearance. We don't have a problem with that.
No.
We don't have a problem.
That's a no-brainer. We can go ahead and skip that section.
And I am a listener.
Yeah.
I love to listen. I think women, even though men are in their masculine energy, they do find a solution to a problem. But a lot of times women, we may listen and may not comment and think about it and marinate it and then come back and be like, well, baby, maybe you're not thinking about this way. We give suggestions of different scenarios. I think that's when you're a better listener.
Right.
It's not like you're giving a solution. You're giving different scenarios of well, what if you did this or what if you did that, or that's, to me, that's how feminine energy works.
Right.
Masculine energy says this is how you should do it and this will solve the problem. That's masculine energy and there's nothing wrong with it. But we have a tendency to listen, marinate it, and come back and say, well, maybe you should do A, B, C, D, and then he decides which scenario is better for him.
Right.
And that's how it works. I think that is really great teamwork.
Yeah.
And it works. And I think a lot of people who are in very healthy marriages or partnerships or whatever they're in, they work together like clockwork. It's just kind of like it just works.
Right.
And it just, it's a beautiful thing. And that's something that I want. And you don't have the outside influence. That's another thing that I don't like. Outside influence.
Right.
That's a big thing. I think when a man, as a masculine man, allows outside influence affect his feminine woman, you're always going to have problems.
Right.
So, and then there's one more thing. What was it? Lean back and delegate more responsibilities on him. Oh, yes, baby. I'm one of them lean backs.
So let him do what he need to do. Let him be a man.
Yeah, let him be a man. Sometimes just close your mouth. Let him figure it out. It's not always for us to figure things out. And I think that is a lot of women in this century, is that they want to figure everything out for their man.
Right.
And we sometimes we just sit back. Let him be the man. Let him figure it out.
Right.
Because he's gonna figure it out because it's embedded in him. He can't help it. It's in him.
Right.
It's been in him since he was a child.
Right.
So I think that's another problem that a lot of women have. They want to figure it out and help. Sometimes I ain't helping nothing. I'm just gonna sit back.
Right. Or I'm always speaking up. Like you see certain movies and stuff, and it's just like,
I'm gonna go get a drink.
You're right.
And then you gonna figure it out. Let me know when you good. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I want to be the lady. I'm tired of figuring everything out.
Right.
And that's something that I feel like I experienced in my relationship of 18 years, is that I always came up with a solution, or I always had to have my input because I never got any input back. I don't want to do that no more.
Right.
I don't want to be the man.
Yeah.
I want to be the delicate queen that just sits there and looks pretty.
Yeah, be like, yeah, baby, I think that's great.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it is great. I don't have to think about it and then go by you and everything. I mean, there's just different situations, especially if he asks you, hey, baby, what do you think about this? Of course I'm going to give my input. But at the same time, it'd be like, you do whatever you want to do, and if it works for the family or it works between, if we don't have kids,
know what's best.
Yeah, so we're empty nesters like I am.
Right.
Then it'll be good. I'm good. I'm good with it. I'm gonna fly with you, baby.
Right.
Because I'm down for the count.
Right.
I'm not gonna ever leave you. I'm never gonna betray you. And I think a lot of people don't understand feminine energy is like that. When a man really finds that woman, and they know it. The thing is that a man knows it. I think a lot of times men are afraid. Afraid when they find that woman that they know that they're down. They're down for whatever. They get afraid of those women. I seriously think so. I think so. Just from my experience, that a true man will be afraid, because a lot of times men don't want to give up they don't want to give, especially if they've been alone for so long, they don't want to give it up, but they know in their mind, this woman is the right woman for me, because she's down for whatever. She's gonna follow me everywhere. And that's me. I'm that woman. I will follow you anywhere if you know how to lead properly. You know how to lead properly? I'm not going nowhere.
Right.
I'm gonna be right there by your side. We doing this? Oh, okay, I'm doing it with you.
Right.
Oh, you don't like them? I don't like them either.
Yeah.
That's just me. Maybe one day that guy will find me.
You will. I believe it.
And then he'll be real happy. He'll be like, "Hey, where you been at my whole entire life? Right. Across the street, boo."
Right. Literally.
Let's see. What makes a woman feel more feminine? Good, caring sex, of course. Sex is always a big thing for me. I ain't gonna lie. I love good sex. I ain't gonna lie. I want to be sleep sex. I want to be you knock me out sex. I'm talking about.
It's supposed to be PG.
Yeah, but we can say sex. We just can't be descriptive.
Okay.
But we can say sex. Sex is not a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Saying the medical terms of things are not a problem. It's just cursing and being belligerent, that kind of thing. But keeping it within the medical field, stuff like that, like penile or vagina. Say that because that's what it is. A man who talks about me, that's what makes a woman feel more feminine. My thoughts, feelings, someone who genuinely focuses on me, an unspoken, strong physical attention you feel from a man also awakens the feminine spirit within. When a man treats you with gentleness, this what wakes up our femininity.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if a man is really into the woman that he's with, and I'm talking about physical, emotional, spiritually, just really in tune with her, that woman is gonna be just like butter in your hand. Like, she's just. And I don't think men really understand that. They don't. They come out with these little things of what kind of job you got, what you do for a living, what's your hobbies. They don't ever just be.
Right.
They don't ever say, you know what? I like you. I like the way you look. Let's go out on a date and let's see what happens. Okay. That's what you need to do. Don't ask me all these doggone questions up front.
Right.
You may meet me and not even like the way I look, or like the way I dress, or like the way my hair looks, or like the way I wear my makeup. It's a done deal. To me, asking all those questions don't mean nothing until you meet the person.
Right.
Because you're going to already know. That connection is already there.
Yeah.
As soon as you meet that person, that's how I feel about it. That's exactly how I feel about it. And this is what I'm learning from being in the dating scene. Men will ask you a bunch of freaking questions. I don't want to be bothered. Because you're not even asking to meet me in person.
Right.
Ask to meet me in person.
Right.
And then then we'll see. You may not want to even ask me those questions.
Yeah.
Because you are so intrigued with the connection. And you just start telling me about your life.
Right.
Not asking questions, just telling me about your life.
Yeah.
That's when you know. And that's the spark, that's the fire, that's the everything that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Just be like, okay, I like you on paper, but I want to meet you in real life.
Right.
So we can know. So we don't need to waste time anymore.
Right.
That's how to me that's how men should be now.
Yeah.
Because we live in a technology world where it's easy to meet people on the computer, on dating apps and all that. But to me there's nothing like flesh on flesh. Nothing like it. Because then you're going to know.
Yeah.
You're going to know. And a woman usually knows. She'll be like, as soon as he walks in, whether he's her type or whatever, he walks in, there's just going to be something about him that's going to make her say, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've had that. I'll be honest with you. I've had that in my life. I didn't know that it was supposed to feel like that, and it was very overwhelming to me, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what to do with it, so I was overindulging in it. It was almost like a baby eating ice cream for the first time. They're just gonna eat it and 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 eat it. You probably don't remember. Do you remember when Jada was like, I don't know, she was probably like 4 or 5 months. First time I ever fed her ice cream. We got a video of it. And she ate the whole entire ice cream that I gave her. She wanted to eat it and eat it and eat it and eat it, eat it and eat it and eat it and eat it. And she would not stop. And it didn't matter to her whether she pooped it all out later. That's how that person made me feel. I was indulged with him, and they don't even realize. They don't realize that I never experienced that, and I didn't know how to control it.
Right.
So yeah. But how can feminine energy be turned on? Let your creativity flow, which I know that's a big deal for you, because a lot of guys that you meet or you've been in a relationship, they kind of want to control your creativity. And I always feel like that becomes a problem for you.
Right.
Connect with nature and your senses, which is awesome, which we talked about, gardening, anything, just dealing with, nature in itself, maybe going to the park, hiking, anything dealing with the outside world. Indulge in self-reflection. Should always think about, who you are, what you want out of life, how you're going to obtain it. Embrace receiving is how your feminine energy is turned on. Be playful and spontaneous. Support other like-minded women. Practice self-love and balance the feminine, masculine energies within you. So, and I think that, especially when, as a single woman or woman, even if you're not single and you're going out into the public, at some point you gotta turn your feminine energy off. You have to be protective of yourself. Right. So that's where the masculine energy comes. You do have to put up boundaries. You do have to be self-aware about your surroundings. And I think that's where the masculine energy is turned on.
Right.
And so, yeah. And, I'm definitely playful and spontaneous. As far as that, yeah.
Definitely.
I love surprising people that I'm in a relationship with. I am a gift giver, and that's just me. It's fun for me.
Right.
I definitely like that. So how do you show feminine energy to a man? You work on self-love, which is definitely, like I said, is very important. Express empathy freely. Something that I don't have a problem with. It just comes naturally for me. Right. Compliment each other. Yeah, I love doing that. And I have this thing about matching. I can look at people and tell that they match.
Right.
Just physically, just looking at them and telling. Work on your communication skills, which is very important. Even as a woman, you should. Some women can't talk. They don't know how to talk. And I think that's important, especially when you're with a man, because a lot of times a man, that's not one of his strengths. It's communication. Yeah. In his mind, he's thinking, but for some reason it can't come out of his mouth.
I feel like that's something that I struggle with a lot.
Is communication?
Yeah, guys have told me that, and female friends have told me that.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh. I mean, I think as your...
And I don't share a lot.
I think as your mother, the expectation of you communicating with me is different than your friends, because I feel like she's going to tell me when she gets ready, just because of our relationship, because children don't always tell their parents everything. So it's kind of an expectant thing.
Right.
And then when you do tell me, then it's like, oh, okay.
But I feel like I do talk to you about a lot of stuff.
You do. Sometimes, when you get ready.
Yeah.
When you get ready.
You're right. Because I just feel like sometimes you have to figure stuff out on your own.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Or at least I think you're looking more of my opinion when you've already made a decision what you want to do. You're like, oh, let me see what my mom thinks.
Right.
And then I may think the same way you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm making the right decision, or I may not, and you'd be like, well, I'm still going to do what I want to do.
Right.
But
at least you're giving yourself time to at least see and be like, okay, before I bring it to you, and it's like, okay.
But I can understand the friend thing. I mean, I understand friends always want you to communicate with them, and I mean, as you get older, the expectation of that changes, because everybody has a life, everybody's got things going on. My communication, I feel that I want to have with a man is because we are living in the same household, or we're together, or communication because we are having intimacy.
Right. There should be no secrets.
There should be no secrets when I'm sharing myself with you.
Yeah, everything.
Intimately.
Right.
To me, so that's different than it would be a child.
Right.
So, that's what I'm, communication is definitely not a problem for me if I'm with someone that I trust. And that's the only person you should be with anyway, is the one you can trust and tell them everything, and they don't judge you, and they're like, you know what, that was before me, that had nothing to do with me. And a lot of times we grow. I mean, I think everyone makes mistakes in their life. They're 20, even their late teens, going to their 20s, they be doing some crazy stuff. Because I know I've done some crazy stuff, but I have learned from it.
Right.
So I'm not going to continue.
Or you want to learn. It's one thing if you want to learn and you want to be better. You know.
Yeah.
Versus I don't give a kid. Like, I don't care. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
And and you don't take that into your future with somebody. And to be honest with you, you're going to treat a person different than you would somebody else. Meaning, when you may take advantage of the man that you're with, but then the next guy that you're with, because he's showing you a different type of respect, he's showing a different type of energy, you're not going to do the same thing that you did with the clown that you was with the new guy. Right. You're just not going to do it. And that's just the way it is. I mean, men are the same way. Men are not going to treat women the same way that they treated a woman. And that's why I always say, you can never be, once a man hits you, he can never be with you anymore. He can change, just not that. I believe he can't change with you, because once he has crossed that boundary, it can never be uncrossed. Not saying that people have not worked it out and the guy has never hit a woman ever again. I just personally feel that if a person changes, they're going to be different with another person and not with the same person that they did the bull crap with. That's just from my experience, from my personal experience of being a young mother with a man who chose to use abuse against me. I could never be with that man ever again, because he physically abused me. He took advantage of my youth. He took advantage of my naiveness.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this.
But I'm just saying, I'm using my example. I'm not going to talk about you. I'm talking about me because we're talking about over 30 years.
Yeah.
So I can express because I'm completely over it. Like, it doesn't bother me. You know when you're completely healed from something, when you talk about it, and it doesn't bother you. No way, no how.
Right.
That's how you know. This just for future reference. When you can talk about whatever you went through, and it's not a big deal, that means you're healed completely from it. So, what feminine qualities do men love? Kindness, intelligence, open-mindedness, knows herself, expresses herself, down to earth, confident, and comfortable in her own skin.
Right.
Yeah. And I think you actually attract quality men when you're that way.
Yeah.
You know. Not saying that even if they're quality men that you're attracted to them, but you will attract quality men. Guys that are looking for relationships. Guys that want to be with one woman. Guys that see this woman is not a player. She's not, going to play me.
Right.
Those are the type of men that will attract those kind of men. And, I already know that I'm kind. I'm kind to complete strangers, people that even has hurt me in the past. I'm still kind to them. Why? Because it's about my blessing, not about theirs. It's about my blessing. It's about my doors opening. It's about me getting what I deserve in life because how I treat people, even though if they've treated me wrong or I felt that they've treated me wrong or they misguided me.
Right.
Intelligence means, and it's not just being a know-it-all. Intelligence means just being able to have a conversation with anybody.
Yeah.
Just learning about, to me, just being intelligent, being able to have a conversation and knowing a little bit. I can have a conversation with anybody because I read about a lot of different stuff. Like a jack of all trades. There's nothing wrong with being a jack of all trades because that means that you have the ability to learn if you really needed to learn something very specific.
Yeah.
And open-mindedness, of course, I have that. I mean, I had to learn that as I've gotten older to be more open-minded about people, different lifestyles, that everybody's not raised the same way that you are, that kind of thing. And then other people have different thought processes when it comes to life.
Yeah.
And so, I feel like there's nothing wrong. Doesn't mean your thought process is gonna change me, but I'm not gonna be ill or I'm not. How do you do that? I would never do that anymore. It's kind of like, oh, okay, that works for you. So how do you like that? How does it affect your life?
Right.
I'm more interested in the effect of your life more so than it's ill or I can't believe you do that kind of thing. And knows herself. You know yourself very well. You know what you like, you don't like. You don't know what you're not going to tolerate. Expresses herself. To me is very important. I express myself all the time. Sometimes I think I express myself too much. I express myself too much.
It depends.
It depends for you?
For you.
Yeah. It depends. It really depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't want to listen, so I don't express it. I feel like it's a waste of time.
Right. You got to pick and choose your battles. Down
to earth, very much down to earth.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's better to be down to earth than to be fake and phony.
Right.
Just be yourself. You're going to attract those who like you. When you're fake, you got to keep up that facade. Why do that?
Yeah.
That's too much energy to waste. I'm crazy. I'm corny. I be doing dumb, crazy stuff. That's me.
Right.
I'm gonna have fun regardless. Because we only got a short period of time on this earth.
Yeah.
Confident in who I am. That's something that progressively I had to become. Not that I haven't been confident, but I have been the insecure woman as well. I'm not gonna lie. I've been insecure. And I think every woman has been at some point in their life.
Right.
Whether it was in high school or whether it was right after high school whatever the case may be, or they had their first breakup with the boyfriend that they really wanted to be with, and they're like, what's wrong with me? That's insecurity when you're asking, what's wrong with me?
Right.
And it's not that. It's sometimes it's just a guy that he's just dumb.
Right.
Or he don't know what he want, or he want everything, and he just that's just him. And comfortable in your own skin. Doesn't matter whether you were born in black skin, white skin, green skin, yellow skin. Just be comfortable in who you are, accept who you are, and that's it.
Right.
Everybody's different. Everybody has, that's just how it is, and that's how I look at it. So just be comfortable in it. What is feminine feelings? Nurturing, sensitivity, sweetness, supportiveness, gentleness, warmth, passivity, cooperation, expression, modesty, humility, empathy, affection, tenderness, and being emotional, kind, helpful, devoted, and understanding. And what are you not? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Come on, as far as me, everything that you read?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Less of emotional. Your emotions are kind of... I think you're emotional when you want to be. I think you're emotional when you want to be.
The person's got to be worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're emotional in your own way with me. It's just kind of like, I guess because I'm your mom, I just know. Like, Valentina's being emotional right now. And I embrace every opportunity it comes. Because your emotional is... Oh, mom, you want me to make you a drink? To me, that's your being emotional. To me, that's you being emotional. Oh, mom, you want me to cook food for you? That's you being emotional to me. That's what I've accepted. That's what I've accepted. Because you are not the come up and give me a hug. Oh, I love you. Kiss, kiss, kiss. That's not you. Your emotion is I'm going to do something for you to show you that I love you and appreciate you. That's the way you show your emotions.
Right.
And I've accepted that.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. And to me, that's good because there's some kids out there that don't do crap for their mom and their parents. They don't do nothing. All they do is they want, take. They don't ever want to do anything. So I think that if you pay attention to your children, you know their emotional love language. And your emotional love language is doing. Hey, you want me to do this for you? Or I can do that for you. Or I can get this for you. That's how you show your emotions. And we got somebody watching us while we record right now. Our little producer. She thinks she's our little producer.
She think, she your producer.
My producer, my manager. You my manager, baby. She's shaking her head yes.
You don't even know what that means. You know how to spell manager?
You know what a manager means? What does it mean?
It's a boss of someone. It's the boss, like when you go to work and they hire you.
Okay. Look at you. You know a little bit about what a manager is. It's something to that effect. It could be a little bit more complex, but yes, you're on the right track.
Spell manager.
Don't put her on the spot like that.
You know how to spell man?
We're not going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
We're not going to put her on the spot because she ain't part of our name. She's just watching us. She just enjoys listening to us. How is feminine energy powerful? Relies on the ability to connect with the world around you. It feels secure in nature, and grounding brings you back to focus. So, and to me, another thing that feminine energy is powerful is your silence. When you are silent, people want to know why.
Right. It bothers people.
It bothers them when you are silent.
Mm-hmm.
You're not saying anything. What's wrong with her? What's going on? You know what you mean? What's going on? You know what you did.
Right.
I ain't saying nothing. So yeah, I think that's one of the most powerful feminine energies that a woman can use is her silence.
Right.
You ain't acting right? Okay. I don't got nothing to say. Nothing.
Right.
So I'm learning to use my silence is power. Because you have to at some point. Because I feel like some people don't understand what they've done to you or how they've hurt you, or they wrong, and you're not going to have that discussion with them. So I'm just going to be silent.
Right.
How to be more feminine and seductive. Limit swearing and vulgarity. Embrace a confident attitude. Be quick to show empathy. Limit masculine behavior. Be coy on occasion, means shyness or modesty that intended to be alluring. I love to be alluring.
Yeah, this outfit.
I know, huh? Sexy. Connect with your intuition. Walk with sexy confidence. I'm learning that. I found something on Instagram that this woman actually teaches classes and teaches women how to allure high-end men, meaning that they are high dollar men. And I've just been watching. I've been learning. There's a way. Men have it, because we know men are very physical. When they look at a woman, they're physically attracted to her, or not physically attracted to her. So there is ways that I guess a woman walks, the way the woman holds her, her arms, her pants, how she talks, everything. There is, I guess, a technique. So I've been watching these little videos, and I'm just like, okay. So I've just been practicing. Just practicing.
Good for you.
Bring out more of my feminine qualities. What? It's so hard because when you've been in your masculine energy for so long.
Right.
You gotta learn. It's like going to school. You gotta learn stuff. And that's it. That's it for it. That's it of our podcast or my content about the feminine woman. So you have anything to add? Anything to, tell the audience how you felt about?
I'm just glad that we were able to make this one a success. And we don't have to do it again.
We don't have the masculine energy that we had.
No.
Dang. Oh, it was brutal. It was funny brutal. It was just that
was it funny?
It was funny brutal when you think about it now. But we didn't want to show the world.
You didn't want to show the world.
No, I did not.
Still post it.
No, I didn't want it because I was
Did
like,
you wash it?
Yeah, I'm like, we're talking about feminine energy. We're not talking about masculine energy. We're being masculine right now. We had, the sibling rivalry was going on, and I was just like, no, this is not how we do it. Well, I needed to
That's
be.
how we do it.
Yeah, but
that's
not for a podcast.
Not what you want to see. Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. I wanted our podcast to be about feminine energy and
right. That wasn't it.
No, and what now? If we were talking about sibling rivalry, that would have been perfect. That would have been the perfect.
No, that would have been on some reality show type stuff.
That was a reality show. Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna go ahead and end our Candid Talk with Lexee Love and
Valentina versus Valentino.
And we will see you on the flip side. Thanks for watching our podcast and check us out. We have a lot of podcasts that you guys can watch. You guys have a good evening.